play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Carr now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up second down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10, here's Carr. Able to get it to Moore. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Working quickly here. Rolling again, it's Carr. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense up to the line fast. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Moore's got it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
You're mine. 694.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lion.
They'll come out throwing. His first throw is an interception. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Hauled in left side. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. On the give, it's Miller. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
29. Down. Hey, 734. Express. What's up?
Carr here from the gun. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Saints parlay the interception into points. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, looking to throw. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
That's into the hands of Moore. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From the gun, a give to Miller. Jukes out a one-stop. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense in the hurry up here. From the shotgun, Carr. Completed over the middle. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Looking to throw, Carr. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and long for him here. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will add to their score.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Browns a 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 3. He'll get this to Henry. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's go now. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
What now?
Now Carr. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
18.
Working quickly here. From the 36. That one's complete right side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
637.
Carr with it on first. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Give him 24 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing again, it's Carr. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. A give right side to Miller. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Track at 60. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready?
They'll come out throwing. Hits him on the out route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready? 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Henry on the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
70 ring, 70 ring,
To throw here on 1st down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
check Bobcat. Ready? Ready?
Throwing it again here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
93. 93.
Carr here from the gun. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Set, go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. The give now to White. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 42. That's taken in by Henry. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense set for a first and 10. And they'll throw this instead, trying to catch him off guard. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Carl Granderson in on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. From the gun, a run for White. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to the air here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Here we go. Here we go. Hup.
To the air, third and long. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41.
Down. Hey, no way. Hey, Raider 2. Express. You're mine.
From the shotgun, Carr. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. 2nd and 3 now. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd and 3 now.
What down? Raider 2. Express. 694. That's it.
From the 48. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Monday, down. That's it.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
What? That's it.
Carr to the air now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down to the 28.
29. 29.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Down.
They
Express.
kick the running back in motion.
That's it.
From the red zone now. He's got it! Touchdown, New Orleans! This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, a handoff or gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game today, they've got to do it as a runner, and they got to do it as a receiver.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Running back sent in motion. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
19 light. Trap 60. Trap 60. Warrior 70. Check go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
18 rep. 18 rep. Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He'll get this to Henry. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
third down from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. 60 Maverick. Go!
They'll throw it again. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 35 on the pickup. And that will set up first and goal.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. It's White on the give. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
Express. Hey, 734. What's up?
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
734.
From the 33 on second down. Catch made over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Carr with it on first. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Carr trying again after the pick. That finds Miller, complete. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Moore's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing again, it's Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So second down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on second down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Saints holding on to a field goal lead. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal.
93.
From the shotgun, Carr. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making a 9-point advantage. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Tracking 60.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's into the hands of Moore. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third and just 2 to go. Carr here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
On 4th down, Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. Back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. To throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
1 down.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here.
29. That's it.
Carr. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. A call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
70 range. 7. Let's go now. Tight. 19 tight. Check go.
They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Second and 6 now. That's taken in by Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First and 10 from the 41.
Hey, smash Bronco. Let's go. Mustang 19. Go.
Throwing now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Curve 19. Curve 19.
Another try following the sack. Judy there to grab it. And they make the tackle at the 38. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. From the right hash, 55 yards out. The kick is good, so no time left. They at least put another 3 on the board, but things still ending in a tough loss. So this a win on the road for the Saints. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Saints, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.